come on the air tonight, coronavirus infections are still growing in much of the country. Just as we're learning, there is now a more powerful mutant strain of the virus that is even more difficult to treat. There are now more than 20,000 new confirmed cases every day here in the United States. And while cases are declining in the New York City area, the epicenter of the crisis, elsewhere, the rate of infection is rising. Still, 44 states are moving forward with lifting restrictions. And tonight, President Trump is acknowledging those moves to reopen could lead to even more deaths, telling reporters today that Americans should, quote, think of themselves as warriors. While touring a factory in Arizona, the president also confirmed his coronavirus task force is winding down to be replaced by new advisors focused on the economy. What that task force was told earlier this year and how quickly it chose to act is part of a scathing whistleblower complaint filed today by the administration's former point person on vaccines. Rick Bright says he was demoted after trying to stop cronyism and politics around the response to COVID-19. Well, you can tell there's a lot to get to tonight, and our team of correspondents is covering all of it. CBS's Mola Lenghi is going to lead us off tonight in New York City. Mola?
Well, Nora, while deaths in New York are down significantly from their peak just a few weeks ago, we're still losing more than 200 people a day to this virus. So many that bodies are being stored in makeshift morgues, like those white refrigerator trucks that you see behind me there. And that is why there is so much hope in this experimental new vaccine that could be ready by this fall.
This is the moment one of the first U.S. patients got a dose of a potential lifesaver. 360 healthy volunteers will initially get the two-dose treatment of Pfizer and its German partner BioNTech's clinical trial vaccine.
It's the beginning of trying to get to the end of the pandemic.
Dr. Edward Walsh from the University of Rochester Medical Center is helping run the study.
What we learned from this vaccine study, even if not the final and end-all effective vaccine, will provide us data that will help move possibly other vaccines forward.
The evolution of the COVID-19 virus could also impact treatment. A new study concluded that a mutated strain from Europe, which migrated to the East Coast, is more dominant than the original strain from China. Scientists from the National Lab in Los Alamos say that the new mutation is more contagious, creates more of the virus inside the body, and can reinfect COVID-19 survivors. Still, at a North Carolina protest against social distancing orders, demonstrators waved signs calling the pandemic a scam. This as 24 states saw new cases increase last week from the week before. Only 2 of those states have resisted loosening lockdowns. In Texas, the governor now says barbershops and salons can open Friday. But Dallas salon owner Shelley Luther, who ripped up a citation she received after illegally opening her shop last week, will spend the next 7 days in jail. In the epicenter of New York, a historic first. The city will shut down the subways overnight to begin using UV light to sanitize the trains and stop the virus's spread. Meanwhile, deaths in nursing homes increased, now topping more than 4,800.
All it takes is one person to bring that virus in there. And you do everything you can, but at the same time, you can't do everything.
Kentucky nursing home staffer Michelle Rose Thompson did what she could. The 58-year-old volunteered to work in her facility's COVID-19 ward. She lost her battle with the virus last week.
Now, another sign that the worst is hopefully over, at least for now. Here in New York City, the city said that the surge in 911 calls for ambulance service is down by half from its peak just a few weeks ago. Now, as far as that vaccine trial, it's important to note that that September target date is a best-case scenario. Nora, this is a process that typically takes years.
All right, Mola, thank you.